Hey everyone, welcome back to another Tailwind lesson. Today, we are learning typography and font styles, one of the most important parts of web design. Let's break it down section by section. We set a light gray background with BG 100 and padding of 10 around the page. Okay, so let's try to split our screen so we see our result while we are typing side by side. The main heading uses text 4XL for a big size, font bold for bold text, text center to align it in the middle, and text blue 600 to give it a nice blue color, and MB10 to give it a margin bottom. Now we are in the text size examples. I'll explain every single class so you know exactly what size each one maps to you and why you would use them in real layout. This div is a container card. P6 gives padding inside the card. BG white makes the background white so our text shadow clearly shows. Shadow MD lifts the card with a medium shadow. Rounded LG softens the corners, and MB8 puts a space below the card so it's separated from the next section. The heading inside uses text 2XL, a heading size, font semi-bold for medium strong width, MB4 to space the heading from the example, and text gray 800 for a dark gray color which reads well on white. Text XS sets the font size to extra small. By default, in Tailwind, text XS is equal to 0.75 rem, which usually equals 12 pixel if your browser root font size is 16 pixel. The MB2 adds a small margin below so the next line doesn't touch it. Use text SS for helper text, timestamp, or any tiny caption. Text SM is slightly bigger than XS. Default mapping, text SM is equal to 0.875 rem, which is equal to 14 pixel, used for secondary label or small UI text. Text base is the browser's default text size, 1 rem or 16 pixel. This is the normal paragraph size. Use this for body copy in most designs. Text LG increases size slightly, 1.125 rem, which is 18 pixel, good for subheading or emphasized text. Text XL is larger, 1.25 rem, which is 20 pixel, used for small hero heading or important label text. Text 2XL jumps to about 1.5 rem, which is 24 pixel. This is a clear subheading size. This card demonstrates font width, P6, BG white, shadow MD, rounded LG, MB8. Same structure as before to keep UI consistent. The heading uses text 2XL and font semi-bold to look like a subheading. Font thin. This applies a font width of 100. Very thin. Use this sparingly, mostly for decorative numerals or light UI elements. Be careful with readability on small text. Font light, 300 width, lighter than normal but thicker than thin. Font normal, 400 width, the default normal width for most text. Font medium, 500 width, slightly heavier than normal, good for buttons, labels, or subtle emphasis. Font semi-bold, 600 width, a good balance for heading and important labels. Font bold, 700 width, classic bold for strong headings or emphasis. Font extra bold, 800 width, heavier than bold, used for very prominent headings. Font black, 900 width, the heaviest, very strong, used rarely and only if the font supports it. Not all fonts support every width. If you use a custom font, double check available font width values. Tailwind classes map to numeric width, but the font must include that width to render properly. These classes control how text flows horizontally inside each box. Text left align content to the left, default in left to right languages. Text center the inline content inside its container. great for headings and buttons. Text right aligns to the right, useful for UI elements like timestamp or numerical data. Text justify makes each line expand to fill the whole width, so both left and right edges line up, often used for paragraph in print like layout. But be careful with narrow columns because justified text can create large word gap. For long form reading, text left is usually better for readability. Use text center for short headings or callouts. This section shows decorations and transform utilities. Underline adds and underline usually used for links, but remember to keep semantic. Use a tag for clickable links. Line through draw a line through the content, used for showing removed prices or completed items. Overline draws a line above the text, less common but useful for special stylish effect. Tailwind support overline as a decoration utility. Uppercase forces all characters to uppercase, good for badges or small labels, but not recommended for long text because it reduces readability. Lowercase forces lowercase. Capitalize transform the first character of each word to uppercase, great for titles where you want title case. These are purely visual transform. If the actual text content should be different from accessibility or SEO, consider changing the source text rather than only using visual transforms. Line height controls vertical spacing between text line, called leading in typography. Tailwind maps leading utilities to numeric values. Leading tight makes line closer together, good for headings or small compact text block. Default approximately 1.25. Leading normal is the default comfortable reading space 1.5, used for body paragraphs. Leading loose gives more breathing room 1.7 or 2 depending on config, and is good for large headings or quotes where you want airy layout. Adjusting line height improves readability dramatically. Never ignore it in text heavy layout. For long paragraph, leading normal or slightly looser helps reading, especially on mobile. For tiny text like text SS, slightly larger leading can help legibly. That's the full deep breakdown for typography and font styles in Tailwind. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button if this video was helpful. Thank you.